I'm just asking.
Oh, you already got it?
That means I gotta get up to snuff. I have to read the entire file. How long is that thing going on?
Oh,
Right up
forever,
there.
but I mean, really, what happened was from 2013 to, I mean, Jake could get you up to snuff. I just,
Exactly,
I saw that over here.
exactly.
he changed it in 2000.
It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Look,
You gotta think about
I
that.
know all the points,
Okay.
the deficit and stuff.
Okay.
I did it at lunchtime today, I didn't have time to read the whole
Does
thing.
that sheet.
But this,
But it's like my role.
yes,
Yeah, exactly. Look at
this
look
just
at it.
highlighted everything though.
Somebody stole the pen and put this
Go
on
ahead,
there.
sue us,
Oh.
right? He
I'll
wants
do it.
200 houses, then we're
Probably a
fine.
Democrat over there.
You know, I mean, I don't know what the board's gonna say today.
That's the number I'm going with.
Let me see what
They
happens.
steal from the rich and give to the poor.
Before the litigation decision.
I'm just not very
Well,
comfortable.
that should be the number here then.
It is a number, it is there. Yeah, it's there also. You got it.
The school
I think
district
it's,
would
we're major.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the number. So,
Exactly.
That's
Don't,
what I just said.
you're messing up my paper.
you'll be able to see it.
That's why
Yeah, but
I
I'm not gonna
highlighted
make
it.
it. I'm just
No,
hearing this for the
no,
first time, so
no,
I
no,
need
the
time
other-
to
the
think
other
about
thing.
that and the
I
ramifications of
tell
that.
you, you gotta separate us.
See the school district, we started.
All right, it's almost 7:30. Well, we got a pretty good board. Hello, Mr. Kelly, how are you?
Chairman, how are you,
Who
Counselor?
are you?
Hungry, how about you?
How many?
Make this
20?
quick.
Yeah,
Really?
you were busy
Some
talking, I
people
didn't want to
over there.
interrupt you.
I'm trying to make
I know
sure
it sounded cool.
yeah, I'm trying to make sure I got all my ducks in a row.
No, absolutely.
I see Mashevitz, I'm gonna step on his toe.
And there are laws that nobody has to build a new school or contribute to. You know, I don't
Run it.
understand.
But he's here
Yeah,
tonight.
okay, I don't know what I'm thinking of.
Full house.
Yeah.
I'm going nuts.
Okay, 7:30. Please stand, Mr. Magino, lead us in the salute to the flag.
United States of America.
To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
It's out there.
Just so you know, there's people in the audience here from, somebody from the Gibbons firm thinking they're gonna be taking notes. Barry, is it there?
No.
The other one is the applicant.
And this was
okay.
prepared by,
Actually, there will be, because we decided.
Madam Secretary, is this regular meeting of the Cerevel Planning Board been conducted with the Open Public Meeting Act?
Yes, it has.
Thank you very much. We have a roll call, please.
Mr. Bello.
Here.
Mr. Hudkevich.
Here.
Mr. Davis.
Here.
Mr. Kelly.
Here.
Ms. Lee.
here,
Mr. Lembo.
Yeah.
Mr. McEnroe.
I am present.
Ms. O'Leary.
here,
Mr. Velosin. Ms. Mantilla. Mr. Ty.
Here.
Mr. Rogoff.
Here.
Mr. Cornell.
Here.
Mr. Leoncavella.
We have any memorialization of resolutions?
No.
None. Acceptance of the minutes from last month? Have a motion?
I'll make that motion, Mr. Chairman.
I have a second.
Second.
Have any questions? If not, I'll have a roll call. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Right, on the communication agendas, we have some ordinances that we have to pass on without any discussion. Back up to, right? Back up to the council. These are, all to do with, 361-17 ordinance,
That's not the right ordinance. That's
okay.
not term prohibition. It's
Uh-uh.
already there. You just need to call it.
This one right here? That's 36317, ordinance for the Borough of Saraville, supplement and amend chapter 35 entitled Affordable Housing Ordinance to implement the Saraville Plan of Housing Element and Fair Share is one. And then in 36417, an ordinance of Saraville, Middlesex County, New Jersey, adding the section of the chapter 26, Section 111 entitled Development Fee Ordinance for the revisited general ordinance of the Borough of Saraville. Cool, right? And this one here, Jay?
There's 4 of them. One's on the rental apartments.
Okay.
That guy's property.
The ordinance, which ones do? We did these two. The ordinance and supplementing the amending article for 3 for chapter 26 land development for the general ordinance of the Borough of Saraville to permit affordable access apartments and office spaces in an overlay zone. It's 3661-17 ordinance to supplement the amendment Article 3 of the Chapter 26 for the Land Development Revised General Ordinance for the Borough of Saraville to permit the inclusionary multifamily dwellings with the planned residential development district option. So those 4 have to be passed back up to the mayor and council. What's your pleasure?
Need a motion on that, Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Need a motion that the aforementioned ordinances be approved for forwarding to the mayor and council.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Take a roll call on this. Yeah,
Okay, so nothing to do with this. Thank you.
we're good. Take a roll call.
Mr. Bello.
Yes.
Mr. Hudkevich.
Yes.
Mr. Davis.
Yes.
Mr. Kelly.
Yes.
Ms. Lee.
Yes.
Mr. Lembo.
Yes.
Mr. McEnon.
Yes.
Ms. O'Leary.
Yes.
Mr. Velosin. Ms. Mantilla.
Yes.
Mr. Ty.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes. That's on. Okay. Communication agenda? None? Site plan subdivision? None? Old business, administrative matters, and new business. John, you want to go into your report that you passed out for everybody to take home?
Yes, as the board will remember, the Hercules property is in need of a preliminary investigation to determine, for determination of the area in need of redevelopment. I've handed out a draft for you that gives the background, some aerial mapping, some mapping regarding environmental impacts, and the necessary criteria, statutory criteria under the redevelopment law to talk about what factors are necessary or in concurrence with the redevelopment law to allow the property to be in need of redevelopment under the local redevelopment housing law of New Jersey, which was passed, enacted, I believe, 1992. So I would ask you to review it. There's a history of the company in there that, there are some pictures that I took that I have to put in. Those aren't in there, but we will put those in there that show a significant amount of obsolescence in what's there. Everybody knows, I think, the long history of it. It goes back to 1888 with DuPont, and the mapping even shows from 1931 through the 1990s that DuPont was there actually back in 1931 because it was a extremely viable mine and bought out or started from the powder company, I guess, the Hercules brand, and it's a very interesting history. seems to me that there are a number of things that the last exhibit map shows. Talk about the original nitrocellulose area where they made a number of explosives. The former beat line, which maybe some people are familiar with, which was in the south part of the property. We're talking in a magnitude of 453 to 553 to 580 acres, 560 acres, I think, according to the tax assessor. So it's a significant property. It does need to be, if anything needs to be redeveloped, this is certainly a poster child for that purpose. So if you have any questions after you read it, or if you want to call me, if you read it as something you enjoy reading at the end of a busy day, and before you fall asleep, maybe you have a question, you can reach out on myself.
All right. We need to notice this before we discuss it, so we're not gonna discuss this until July 19th. We'll have it noticed, so any conversation we're gonna have on that will be at that date. All right? Anybody have any questions about what we're doing?
Has Sarah identified this to us? Who's that?
If we make this a redevelopment area, then Sarah comes before, but the process is, we make a recommendation of what the redevelopment is, we send it up to the borough and council, right? Borough and council decides whether they want to do it, and if they do, then it becomes a redevelopment area under Sarah.
Mr. Chairman, if I might, this was initiated by Sarah.
That's what I asked.
Sarah referred it to the mayor and council,
Okay.
recommended that it be evaluated, see if they met the criteria. Council referred it here,
Okay.
so you authorized John to prepare
You
the
have
report.
facilities already in that area. You have Red Oaks, and you have that outlined in red. It's already there. Isn't that the Red Oaks power
No, Red
plant?
Oaks is a separate property. That doesn't include, that's not the power,
Yeah.
that's not on there. That's next to it to the west.
Yeah, isn't that, you have it framed out in red on the aerial view? That's what I was just wondering.
There's a power plant in Hercules.
It's over here.
There used to be two, Mike.
No, it's hard to read. There are like two dips in the red to the east of the power plant. If you look at the property on Exhibit A, it shows it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm looking at
This
appendix,
scale-
I'm looking at Appendix B.
Yes, I see what you're looking at. If you look 2/3 of the way down, there's a square there, and I believe that's, what are you looking at?
This is Red Oak, which is not included.
Yeah, it's
This
framed
is
in
Red
red.
Oak, yeah, it's between two red tongues or
Okay.
areas, points.
All right, so I see it connected. All right,
Yeah. So it's not in the Hercules parcels.
Yeah, I think the map shows both cogen plants, the AES
Right.
plant and the North Jersey Energy, but they're both outside of the Hercules property limits.
Kinda hard to tell which is and which isn't.
Yeah, at that scale, it's difficult.
That's one, this is Red Oak.
This is AES.
This is ADS, where's Red Oak?
AES Red Oak is here. That's AES Red Oak. This one is North Jersey Energy.
Okay, that's what I thought.
yeah, but that one is clearly outside the red, so I was just curious. Okay.
Okay. All right, everybody know what we're doing? Good. You're good. Public portion. Need a motion to open up to the public?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we open the meeting to the public portion, please.
Anybody from the public like to speak? Anyone from the public like to speak? If not hearing, I take a motion to close the public.
Make a motion to close public.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Need a motion to go to an executive session.
I'll make that motion, Mr. Chairman, go into an executive session.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. All right, what do we want to do first? Do we have to,
Tape first.
huh?
Hey, Pat, do you have my form,
We wanna
executive
talk
session,
about
that sort of thing?
That's done, right? That's what we did with all. Okay.
They must.
Yeah. Education, adopt it
Sell
every
it
time
to
we
the
have an
town so
executive
we
session,
can
we have to adopt
redevelop
it.
it.
Donated some
Resolution.
Oh,
We'll just adopt it next time.
They're in need of a redevelopment, they may
I'll
have to
prepare and
sell
give it to you.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, so it has nothing to do with, like, Sarah doesn't own it.
No.
We just have
Can we
to
talk about,
decide.
can we talk about this tonight?
No,
Yeah.
you just said you weren't gonna do that.
No,
This
no,
is different.
Do I see
this
it?
is,
Oh, yes, absolutely.
that's,
And they
that was-
can't
yeah.
dump it until we
Okay.
decide
That
what it's
fiscal
like.
impact analysis.
Right.
Would have painstaking.
and it
If we
stinks,
declare it a
because
area
he
of
has the
redevelopment,
houses
the
at
developer would come in and say,
$450,000,
I'm interested in developing that.
Yeah,
and it doesn't work, but if you put them at $700,000, it gives you a surplus.
yeah. Yeah, it's a bunch of crap. You put, so whatever number you plug.
Oh, yeah,
Just like-
plug in the
What's the basis for the
That
number?
can start
Is there a
somewhere.
basis for
Ready for that attorney came
If we see the
Yeah.
point, I think we'll be landing.
Yeah, well, that's what Jay and I were
Yeah, I'm
talking
starting to
about.
think that way too, what's going
Plug
on
whatever
there.
number you want in there for whatever
It's
you
Ask
want.
disappointing.
questions, you ask questions and.
They don't get answers.
They
bump
treat
it
you like
up
the bank.
higher.
Ask your questions.
Not that much.
I know, my husband
$650
told me it's
James
not gonna
Garrett, yeah.
happen, and this one told him that.
Well, he
You're gonna have a.
he makes the warehouses look good. They are, they don't come with the
Well,
900
I mean, I'm
trucks.
glad to see the Bass Pro and a lot of things happening. It
You're gonna
makes
have
me
a fight on
hopeful
that.
that,
The bank right now.
No, you're not,
is,
because that's out. The SED too. Right?
We can say the court made us do it.
I can come in there and do a lot quicker.
trying to get back up
Yeah.
to 6,000
You
times
guys
the
are
difference,
developing
still
all
trying
of
to get back
America.
up.
Yes, that's
It's a
another
long
thing down
flight.
the
I
road.
remember I flying
This
this
Sarah,
right
so
now has
she-
been
you
known.
know, Would you go to Sydney? Yes, come to the briefing, and then it's actually come to the, back in the board education meeting, talking.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You wanna come, you come down,
And
you come
we
down,
have
and
to change
everyone's
it or
executive.
anything else.
oh really?